Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has given us unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure or admire an old one. What will we find today? Let's dig in. Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
In Bible Study Fellowship this year, we're doing a study called Kingdom Divided. So for the next year, you're liable to hear from 1 Kings, 2 Chronicles, and the prophets quite often, because that's what I'm learning. It starts with the decline of Solomon's reign and follows through the northern kingdom of Israel and the southern kingdom of Judah until they're both carried away into exile. I'm excited to study the parts of the Bible that I don't know quite as well. At the very beginning, we meet two men who I learned a lot from. The first is Rehoboam. His father Solomon had started out his reign by humbly asking the Lord for wisdom to rule over his chosen people. As a result, God had given him great wisdom, honor, riches, and power. Rehoboam, however, did not start out his reign by humbling himself before the Lord. He started out by asking other people for advice. The people of Israel, including Rehoboam's rival Jeroboam, asked him to lighten their yoke, and if he did, they promised to serve him. The wise men who had advised his father told Rehoboam to be a servant to the people, and they in turn would serve him and be loyal to him. His friends, who'd grown up with him in the palace, told him to put his foot down and be authoritarian. Don't let people push you around. You're the king. You can guess which one he chose. He wanted to be a strong king like his father. But as we read the account, he really just seems like a 41-year-old spoiled brat. As a result of Rehoboam's pride and choice to reject godly advice, and as a judgment on Solomon, God allowed the kingdom to divide. 10 tribes forming the northern kingdom, leaving Rehoboam with his own tribe, Judah, and one other, Benjamin. Rehoboam began his reign relatively well, in that he allowed Israel to leave without a fight. Well, he prepared to go to war to get the 10 tribes back, but when God sent a prophet to tell him not to, he obeyed. Instead, he strengthened the cities of Judah and welcomed northern people like the Levites and other devout families who didn't agree with Jeroboam's changes as they came to settle in Judah. But it wasn't long before he allowed the building of high places, idol worship, which spread throughout the land. As 1 Kings 14:22 says, he provoked the Lord to jealousy with their sins. In judgment, God sent Shishak, king of Egypt, who plundered all the riches that Rehoboam's father had accumulated. It was only when Rehoboam and Judah's leaders humbled themselves that the wrath of God was turned away and they were not destroyed. One verse sums up Rehoboam's reign, and it can teach us a great deal too. 2 Chronicles 12:14 says about Rehoboam, "He did evil because he did not prepare his heart to seek the Lord." The word prepare there means pointed in the right direction, or to be firmly established and secured, like a house set on pillars. Rehoboam's heart had not been trained toward the Lord or established in the faith. His father had not diligently taught him to know and love the Lord. The example he saw from Solomon was compromise and idol worship. Yet he didn't set out to do evil. We know he knew the Lord and the right way to live because he heeded the prophet's warning not to go to war, and later immediately humbled himself when God sent judgment on him for his sins. He just wasn't prepared. It was like he was trying to walk one way with his head and heart going the other. And the result of this was evil. When our hearts are not prepared ahead of time, not firmly established in God's word and pointed toward his kingdom as the priority of our lives, we fall and fall hard. Even the good things we try to do turn out badly, and it's so easy to be drawn into compromise and evil. Without the proper preparation, our hearts can quickly draw us away. How are you at preparing your heart today? Is it firmly established in God's truth and pointed toward Him, or do you need some redirection?
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. We'd love to hear the treasures God has given you through His Word. You can listen to other episodes at our website, which you can find in the description below. Thanks for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.